What's up, traders? Welcome back to the Day Trading Show. Today, we're talking about different markets, different times of day, different days of the week. And there's a lot of good tips shared in this episode. So make sure you're focused. If you're driving, if you're on a run, if you're working, whatever it is, make sure you're focused, maybe even taking some notes because there's a lot of good nuggets here. So enjoy. What's up, traders? Welcome back. For those of you that are new, my name is Austin. My co-host James is here with me today, and we're going to be talking about important tips in general to keep in mind when you're trading in a market like today's market. And that is a very general statement. You've probably heard people say, the market is doing this, the market is doing that. Well, we're going to talk specifically about what markets are doing what. We're going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about indices. We're going to talk about commodities. Yesterday was a huge day for silver. And it was funny, James. Did you see the trading battle last night that me and my brother were on?
I didn't. So it was a bit late my time. It was 2 a.m. or so.
Bro, you got to rewatch it because I was, I'm friends with Boris now at this point because we've done so many podcasts together. And I was making jokes about like, lock your stop loss. That's what they wrote in the Bible or something like that. Bro, you know me. It was 7 o'clock at night, bro. I was already doing like 5 calls that day. So I was a little loopy in the head, probably needed some water or some coffee. So I was just making funny jokes. But silver yesterday finished up like 8 or 9%. So I thought it was really funny that they had the Silver brothers on their show the day silver has like its biggest day in how long? I don't know if silver has moved 9% all year. You know what I mean?
And that is quite funny. But what trades did you take? You and your brother, you and Logan.
So I had a Bitcoin short. So we had to do 10% of your account on first trade. So I picked Bitcoin. I took the A2 short on the daily and I got stopped out on it. And I didn't like it, but I was like, I can't not take a signal on the show when it presents my A2. So I had to take that. Logan had a long Bitcoin. So he's probably doing well in that trade.
Oh yeah, that's ripping
for him. I had a silver short that I'm still in, a GU short that I'm still in, and an AUD USD short that I'm still in. So I was just shorting everything, bro. They spun this wheel. They do this thing where you have to they click it and it spins a wheel and it picks what you trade. The first thing it picked, Logan was already trading that. The second thing it picked was silver, and I was already in the silver trade. And then the third thing, I was like, don't give me AUD USD. That's all I'm asking. And then what does it do? It gives me AUD.
It gives you obviously,
But I love the guys over there at the trading battle, and 8cap seems to be really, really happy with everybody that they're bringing on. So it seems to be such a mutually beneficial thing.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
We go on there. You've been on a couple of times. You get good reach. You meet new people. Boris starts to, ask some really good questions. Once he gets to know you, starts to grill you up a little bit. And it's interesting. He'll push back on some of my trade ideas, but then other ones he'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. I like that. So it's cool to get, other insight. And I think for Logan, it was good for him to be, thrown into the fire, bro, because I was trying to mess with his head a little bit. You know me, I'm not the big strong guy. He's the big strong guy. So I'm gonna go at your brain. I'm gonna go at you with the physical. You know what I'm saying? But what's been good with you? You were just telling me you're traveling next week, right?
Yeah, so I'm going home. It's my school's Sorbonne College's 150th anniversary Founders Day.
You're gonna be fucked up, aren't you? You're drinking all the beer, bro.
Yeah, so my dad went to school, my grandpa went to school, so it's going to be quite a good festivity. So it's always good to get away from the desk for a little bit, go see his family for a bit as well. So that's my plans. I'm going to be home for 10 days, probably still on the desk, maybe just trading London and then doing the calls with our Black Shirt club guys, traders. But yeah, I think it's always good to do fun things like the trading battles, stuff that take away your mind away from the day-to-day trading. It's always good to get a bit of a reset.
Do you think it's because we're traders, or do you think it's just humans in general that like change?
I think traders take the brunt of it quite badly, to be honest.
I agree.
I think you, as a trader, like you won't understand this if you're not trading, I think, full time. I think you'll only start to realize this when you're trading full time. In my opinion, I know you've been doing this a lot longer than me full time. You've probably been doing this for about 6 years or so full time. This is my end of my second year, going into my third year now. In January will be start of my third year trading full time. You'll only realize that with the mental tax, the mental taxing that it takes on your mind, your brain, and your mental once you're doing it full time. I think getting away from the desk is really, really important, and having like maybe once every 2 months, just a little like mental reset, like take 2 or 3 days, take an extra long weekend or so, right?
I mean, honestly, bro, I totally agree. You take a weekend, go. I've been thinking more about like doing that staycation stuff where like go rent a hotel somewhere. I mean, I live at the beach, so it's kind of annoying. I'm 10 minutes from the beach. So it's like, why would I go spend money to stay in a hotel on the beach? But
yeah,
I try to take little trips at least once a quarter to get away from the desk for sure. I think for myself too, like tomorrow is a Wednesday. I'm going on the boat midweek. So I get my time a little bit different because I am in control of my time. So I can block off my calendar and I can go whenever I want. And I think as long as you're getting that time off, I enjoy getting the time off when it's not everybody else's time off. I don't know how it is in South Africa, but here, bro, you go out on the weekends, it's so crowded because everybody's off work. I like to stay in on the weekends and work on the weekends because everybody else is out doing their thing. Everything is crowded. Everything is more expensive. The lines are longer. I ain't got time for that. I'm coming in on a Wednesday when nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get my fun stuff done on Wednesday when it's cheaper prices, less crowded. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I kind of operate in a counter to everybody else. Like everybody else goes and works out in the morning or at night, you and me go work out in the middle of the day when no traffic, no one's on there, the class is not full, that kind of thing, right? Is your CrossFit class full at 12 o'clock when you go?
No. So I go at my CrossFit, I go at the CrossFit class, like normally people go to I go to the 4:30 class. 4:30. Normally people go to the 5:30, which is after work, right?
After
PM.
Work, right.
I don't go normally at the 4:30. So it's not really, there's about, out of the class can take about 16 people. There's normally about like 6.
Bro, that's it? 16?
Yeah.
My class is on Saturday is 50 people.
Yeah, no, that's hectic. Our box is not the biggest box, so max 16 people at the time.
Yeah, ours is big.
But also it's funny you mentioned as well, like I'll go and have lunch, like because I trade, as I said, I've got set trading hours now, like very strict now, because I need to be off a desk. So to not, the hours on the screen, it can get quite draining. So I'm on from 8 to 12 South African time, and then I take a break until about 2:30, and then I'm on until from 2 or 2:30 till 5 p.m. And during my lunch break, I go down there, and some of the people, when they first didn't know me here at the estate, they were like, dude, don't you work? Like,
I thought you were gonna say, aren't you in school, bro? Like you're a kid.
Yeah, no, not with this bald head.
No, not with the bald head.
Yeah, they're not asking that. But no, yeah. So they always ask, do you work? I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling, like I'm on a break.
Right.
So it's always.
You should be like, yeah, I'm a drug dealer. I kill people for a living.
Yeah, I'm a hitman. Yeah, I'm a hitman.
You do look like Hitman, bro, with that bald head, bro. Isn't that guy?
Yeah, got to wear that
bald too, bro. Somebody listening needs to put a meme of like James and the Hitman guy next to each other and change the name. But yeah, bro, I get the same thing. People ask me all the time when I'm at the gym, why are you here? What are you doing? I feel like I kind of look like I could be in college. So I think some people, they're like, I've had people say, are you a student? I'm like, no, I'm a student of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So they people are always like, what are you doing? Why are you here? But I find that like I go at 12 o'clock. I'm going today after we film. You go and you find other people at that time that are not in work, and it creates good conversation. Oh, I work from home. Oh, I work from home. Do you run your own business? Are you all working remote? Like it's a good conversation starter. And for me, it tells people about my business. And then we get, potential more clients and more people from that. I like to tell people sometimes that I just work in finance. And if they start picking at me, then I go deeper into it and tell them what I do in finance. You know what I mean? But I'm always a little skeptical to talk about it. Cause right now, I mean, think about it like this, to tie it into today's topic. If you go back to 2020, everybody was a day trader. Everybody said that they make money day trading. Now it's another period of time similar to when I got started in trading, 2018, 2016, 2017, earlier back then. Like you had different market conditions. So people were having a different experience with their 401k, with their Robinhood account, and that creates a stigma. So now in today's market, when we're at yearly lows, people are getting smoked if they are holding stocks. People are getting smoked if they have a stock and bond 60-40 portfolio. The worst ever for a 60-40 portfolio is this year. So you're getting smoked. So then there's some kid with a fucking beard comes out and says, yeah, I'm a day trader. People are going to have a stigma about that. But again, to tie it to today's thing, I know that the day trading that I do is done properly because I'm trading the right markets. I don't tell people I'm a Forex trader anymore because Forex hasn't been working for me. I just say I'm a day trader. And then if they ask, what do I trade? I trade SPY, which is US 500. Most people don't know what US 500 is, right? So you use the common nomenclature, the common vocab, SPY. They know what SPX and SPY is. So you tell them you trade that, it starts to make it easier to understand. But wouldn't you agree with me that like, it all matters about the market that you trade? Because even you were saying yesterday, you're trying to get a little bit more aggressive in your trading and as we go into the rest of the year. And I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but is that because you're seeing opportunity because you're looking at the right markets? Like what's making you think I should be getting more aggressive now?
Definitely. So I've definitely noted like, geez, the pound pairs. So I like GU and GJ. Those are two of my favorite FX pairs. They've been moving like 2 hours pre-London Open. So I'm like, dude, I can't, like, do I get on the desk earlier? But then I'm like on for longer. So I've just been saying like, okay, I'm going to get to the desk an hour before. So on the Frankfurt Open, an hour pre-London Open. And that's just what I've been finding. Like there's some good opportunities an hour pre-London Open. So you can catch the move.
What do you trade? What are you looking at? What asset?
GJ and GU.
So not the indices. You're not looking at the German, not even the DAX. You don't want to look at the DAX.
I found that the indices, so the DAX will move with the US indices more likely, more
Isn't
often.
That interesting, bro? What's the point of even having the other stock indexes if they all follow the US indexes? Like you said last episode, right?
Exactly.
When the US coughs, everybody right. Same
exactly. Thing. Yeah. So what's up? Should just have the US, the 3 US indices, and that's it.
Dump all the money into that, bro.
Yeah. So no, I've just been finding that there's been some clean moves on the pound pairs pre-London Open into the London Open. Today it had already moved like 2 hours even before the Frankfurt Open. So that was just too early for me. I mean, I'm not going to get to the desk at 7 o'clock. I'm waking up at 7 o'clock, getting to the desk by 8 my time, which is an hour at the moment, an hour before the London Open. But that's just what I've been noting. So the pound pairs are moving really, really nicely pre-London Open into the London Open. That's just why I've seen some opportunity there lately, and that's why I'm going to get more aggressive in that timing window. And then, the indices obviously are more often than not going to move more in the New York Open. But today has just been on a rip. I mean, they're up almost 2%.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days
Monday.
in a row,
It's, but you know what? The same thing happened in June. We bottomed in June. We had a really strong bull market rally in the bigger bear market. We topped out, and now we've come to yearly lows. People think bear market, it's going to fall every day. Absolutely not. That is what a crash is. That's crashing capitulation. A bear market is down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Bigger down days than up days, but there's still up days and sideways days mixed in there. And I think I didn't know that. So for people listening that don't understand markets, like there's these, would you call it cycles or just like phases that markets go through? And I think if you can be an active trader and then, like you said, pick the right market, and then specifically, like you said, the right timing, that can find your window to profitability. Like for you, GJ, GU have been always really good pairs. What's turned you away from like GN, GCAD, GA? Why don't you look at those as much?
So I'll tell you off the bat, GN and GA, the spread is shit. On no matter if you're trading prop firm capital, even on my own personal capital account with Exness.
Bro, you know somebody at Exness. Call them up. I need the spreads lower.
It's just not, it's not great. Like compared to GU on GJ on my personal trading account with Exness, I can get like 0.2 spread, but on GA and GN it can be 1 pip. And I'm like, well, that's like 5 times the amount. Why would I trade that? And also GN and GA sometimes can be choppy days. Before these big fundamentals came in, they can be choppy. But just something also to maybe for the traders listening, what I have noted as well is the timings in the market are very important. This is why I've been quite strict lately with what time I'm on the desk. Is normally the timings you get like I call it the 3 hour window. So from 8 a.m. my time to 11 a.m. South African time is the best time in the morning for the morning.
What time
session.
is that from? What time?
So that would be 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern.
Right before
and then I've realized that it kind of dies down. Of course, there's going to be days where you get moves outside of those, of course. But I'm just saying, generally, 80% of the time, and then you get again another window from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. my time.
Right.
So
and that's the New York Open.
Correct. 2 a.m. So the timings are 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern, and then 8 to...
because you're catching the German Open, the European Open, the German and the London Open, catching all that volatility, and then you're catching the New York Open. I would just add too, it doesn't work as well for you because of the time zone, but for me, I think the afternoon in my time zone has some promise too, like 2, 3
for sure, the close
ish. Yeah. I think I've seen a lot of good ideas come around those times too. So it depends on the market and it depends on the time. I would not trade Forex pairs. Like I would never trade GU in the afternoon, my time. No, but I would trade Bitcoin at any time. I've traded Bitcoin at any time. So I think it's the asset and it's the time. And another thing to keep in mind, some of these funding companies, like the ones that we're with, they don't let you hold over the weekend. I think FTMO has the swing trader thing and they will let you hold over the weekend, right? Is that how that works?
They do. If you go to the swing trading round, I don't have a swing trading account with them, with my funded account.
So you're working with 5 days. So you should be looking at the whole week and saying, okay, like this week, NFP is on Friday. We got to get to work before Friday because Friday, we know sometimes that NFP screws it up. Or maybe CPI is coming on Tuesday next week. And you're like, all right, Tuesday is going to be crazy. So we got to just be careful. So it's like seeing that bigger picture of the 5 days and then knowing, all right, I'm going to be active on Monday and Tuesday and know there's news on Wednesday. And then I'm going to chill then and then hit it Thursday and Friday hard. Like having that structure helps even more. So now you have the days of the week, the times of the day, the assets that you should be trading. All of that should be, I think, part of your trading plan, really.
Yeah.
I had a call today with Orlando and he said he's one of our Black Shirt Club guys. And he was saying to me, should I be looking at more assets? And I used to say yes, but now the last year or two, I've been saying to everybody, no, find 3 to 5 assets and fall in line with them. Why do you think everybody used to say GBP NZD was my girlfriend? Because I traded it all the time because I knew where it was. I didn't have to look at other things because I was like, okay, GN, I'm waiting for this, then I'll take this trade. I'm waiting for that, then I'll take it. That's a proper approach. And then think about it like this. You go on YouTube, you watch other successful traders' videos. What do they all say? No one says, I trade everything. Does anyone ever say, I trade everything? No.
Very rare. Yeah.
Very rare. Even Tom Basso, he was mainly focused on currencies and futures. He was not doing equities. He was not doing options. And this is a hedge fund wizard, market wizard. Yeah. So it's like trying to do everything is foolish. Get the riches are in the niches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I really believe that. Yeah.
No, definitely. I 100% agree. I think that's what also has been good for my trading last year. I'd say I've narrowed down to only four FX pairs in the indices.
Yeah.
And that's it. Don't need to overcomplicate things. I think literally if someone had to explain what my trading system is that I trade obviously the D1 system taught by you in your courses, but it would be find a bias on the 50-minute time frame, take 1 minute entries in that direction, in that bias. That's literally it.
Yep.
And you don't have to overcomplicate things.
What's the quote from Crudelli that you always reference? Pick a direction. And then what? How does he say it? Like,
he said, so his quote that when he was on our podcast, and I found that really cool because it was how I was like, shit, that's how I would explain my trading. You pick a direction that you want to trade in based on more of a high time frame that you're looking at. Maybe that's the intraday 50-minute chart or the 1 hour. And then he scalps on the 3-minute chart or the 5-minute chart or the 1 minute chart. So he says, pick a direction and just trade in that one direction. Don't try to trade both sides of the market. Pick a direction and trade in the direction of that initial bias.
So with silver up to $20 an ounce and gold at 1,700, which I think is crazy, what's the direction you think commodities are going? Where we look at metals, we look at oil. Are you more bullish? Because if you think about,
bring up my chart,
pull up a chart and give us some insight. Because I'll give you my opinion after you share yours, but I think I want to hear, what do you think about commodities? Give me silver, give me gold, right? Like in general, if you had to generalize, are you more bullish or more bearish? Give me crypto and then give me the indices. Are you more bullish or bearish? All you got to do is pick a direction. It's binary options now.
Binary options. Okay. Gold. Gold. So gold and commodities. So I'm looking at the gold chart right now. Yeah. It looks like we are breaking. So gold is an interesting one because when the dollar index is strong, gold tends to come down, right? Because obviously you're trading gold to the USD.
Correct.
But we are looking like we're at a pivotal moment at the daily 50 EMA. We're pinning it right now. So we're sitting at 1708, or I have the chart sitting at the moment. But the 4-hour chart, you are breaking through the 4-hour 200 EMA. So I think we could get some rise up to about 1770. 1770 would be my target zone, which is another
from 1708. So you think 100 points up there. So would that mean that you think silver goes from 20 to 22?
Definitely looking very similar. I would definitely say the same. Yeah. So if you look
at that daily bar on silver is huge, bro. That daily bar of yesterday is huge.
Yep. And also we're breaking through the 4-hour 800 too. So
but now how about oil? Now give me oil, because oil's up 3% today.
Okay.
It was down 6% the other day. It's so volatile. Like I love it.
Yeah, oil up 3% today. I mean, definitely on the intraday bias, you're definitely going to be looking to buy oil.
Yeah.
The daily, if you look in the 1 hour, I definitely think we could go up to about $86 a barrel. We're currently sitting at 85.20, so definitely about 86.5. There's that 1 hour 800 EMA. I think that would be probably the next target zone where we could see some consolidation before maybe getting an extension up, another leg up.
So you're a little more bullish on commodities than indices. Is that what we're getting at here?
Yeah, I think commodities definitely I'm looking a little bit more bullish than indices. Indices, I'm not too sold on that, on 2 days of rise being in a bull market now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. I think when you look at the indices, and especially Bitcoin's sitting at 20,000, indices giving a little rally up here, we could be finding support. We know Bitcoin and the indices move together. Bitcoin might not surge through 20K. It could slow down here. Maybe it pushes to 21 or 22, but stays in this general area. And then as indices are ready to move down, indices could pull that down with it in the next couple of weeks. I think you can't start to be bullish, super bullish, until we know the Fed is not going to continue to raise rates. Yeah. Once the rate hikes stop, different conversations can happen. But as long as they say they're hiking rates and they're going to go higher, why are we going to, there's a famous saying, don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the Fed, So I think we have to continue to be bearish. But I think what it does is it sets us up to it helps because you have a bias. You come in saying, we're in a bear market. 15-minute time frame, which is what we trade, looks short bias today. Great. I'm focused. I'm not missing an entry. I'm locked in. Yeah. Or like a day like today, it's rising, could be divergent on top, might come down. I'm not sure. I'm patient. Hands are under my butt. Yeah. I'm sitting. I'm waiting. I want to find my spot. I think that, again, just to what Crudelli said, have a bias, trade in that direction. Have a bias, trade in that direction. That's proper trading. Not, today it's bullish, I'm buying it. Today it's bearish, I'm selling. Have a bias, work the bias. It's just a lot easier, because then your brain starts to shift into only looking for risk reward in that one direction. Do I like this as a stop loss? Do I like this as a stop? I like this as a stop loss. And there's potential for reward 2-3R. This is a good reason to get in this trade. Yeah. Exactly. And so tell me what you think about this, not to change subjects too much, but I've been saying to people in our Black Shirt Club, if you have a trade idea and you can generate risk reward, take it. You don't have to always take back-tested signals like what we promote, especially if you're an advanced trader. It always just comes down to risk reward, because if you show me why your stop loss was there and you can come up with a reason, and then you can justify potential take profit, that is a trade idea. That's like if you had the back testing systems that we use here, and then you had the gamblers over here, that is in the middle. It's coming up with a good idea. It's not tested yet, but you're justifying it by talking about risk and talking about reward. I can't stand these guys that come in and we talk with them and they show me their trades. And I'm like, why are you in this trade? Well, I thought it was going to go up. All right. Now I know where we're going in this conversation. So the next question is always, well, where was your stop loss? You'd be surprised, bro. People tell me I didn't use one. I had a mental stop. I don't know. So people don't even think risk first. Yeah. They think entry, profit, entry, profit. They don't think where's the risk.
But that's why so many people lose in trade or don't make it in trading, is because how can you have a mental stop, but then what's your position sizing? How many pips are you risking?
Right, bro. Yeah. Right. Oh, well, my mental stop, actually, I just moved it.
My mental stop, I doubled the price. Well, then you're doubling your risk. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And then also, where's your take profit levels then?
But a lot of my trading, I don't use take profit. I read for it, but I don't I don't get hit. I take it.
But you know where you are.
I know where I'm going. Yeah, I know where 1R is. I know where 2R. I take profit based on risk, like you.
But if you're using a mental stop, you have no idea.
No, none
whatsoever. It's interesting. But then again, I think that's, and then they'll come in and say the market is a scam forex trading is a scam because I lost money. Yeah, because you're just a fucking idiot. Like,
that's it, bro. You're not an idiot. You're a gambler. You're gambling and you want professional results. You want consistency, 100%. But nothing else you're doing aligns with consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the next guest that we need to bring back on, bro? You think we need Omar back on? You think we need Crudelli back on? Who do we need?
I'd love to bring Anthony and Omar back on. I think that's those are good.
I think we should try to get them both on in the next couple of weeks before the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be good.
But listen, bro, I think we can wrap today up. We don't need to go too long. Everybody likes the shorter 30-minute episodes. So if you're listening, hopefully you got some insight on what markets you should be maybe looking at right now. Doing less really is helping people do more, make more, and do it better. So continue to try to shift your focus that way as you guys listen to the podcast. But we really appreciate all of our listeners, all of our watchers. If you're on Spotify or iTunes, please subscribe. Please leave a review on there. We really appreciate it. We're slowly climbing the ladder on business and finance podcast. So please leave a review. It's all that we can ask for, and that'll motivate us to keep the content coming. If you have any topics you'd like us to cover, if you have any guests you'd like us to have on, let us know. Reach out. We want to hear from you guys. If you'd like to come on the show, we're more than happy to bring other day traders on. We're going to grill you up. So be ready for the heat, but we'd be more than happy to bring you on. So for now, I think we'll wrap it up today. A couple of good tips were shared. Have a great rest of your trading week, everybody. Good luck. James, I appreciate you, brother. And we will see everybody next Wednesday in the next episode.